Drink Fearless, Fight Fearless, brought to you by Hunting Badger. We have women's MMA pro Colleen Schneider.
Hey, Colleen, this is Alex Ramirez here. I want to take the time to thank you for you taking the time to speak with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad to talk to you guys.
You have a big fight coming up on September 7th in Ontario, California for Submission Promotions. How's your training camp going for this bout? About a week away now. So how's all that stuff going?
Training camp's been great. I mean, all the hard work's done at this point. Saturday was my last hard day of sparring. Today I'm just actually driving right now to go do a nice little yoga class. I'll still do some work the next few days and then do my weight cut. But all the hard work's been done. At this point, it's just time to get in there and smash.
It's a little more mental relaxation now, right?
Yeah, mental and physical. It's kind of restorative. Let your body rest up a bit and be ready to peak on Saturday for the fight.
Yep.
And hi, Colleen. This is Albert. And your opponent's Christina Marks. And not to give away too much of your game plan or anything, but what do you look to what do you look as far as her weakness in the fight?
Her weakness? Well, I know she's a kickboxer. It's her background, but I'm not too worried about it anywhere. I can beat her wherever I want to. Really, my striking's better than hers, and I know I can out wrestle and out grapple her. So I'll fight her wherever I want to fight her.
Oh wow, very cool. Going back to your background, you graduated from Cal at Berkeley in a degree in physics, correct?
That is correct.
So I was wondering, it's interesting transition from a degree in physics, studying physics, to a full-time mixed martial artist. Can you tell me your friends and family reaction to the news of you pursuing MMA full-time?
Everyone's great and really supportive about it. When I first told my parents, they were a little surprised, a little reticent. Obviously I spent 4 years at Berkeley, got the degree, pumped a decent amount of money into that, and now I'm not really using it at all. But no, they know it's what I'm passionate about, what I love to do, and I'm committed to it. So they're behind me 100%.
And then you've been competing since 2010. Can you tell us the evolution of women's MMA in general from 2010 till now?
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing that's happened in the evolution of women's MMA in that time period is obviously women now being a part of the UFC. Right before that, they had a good stage to fight on for Strikeforce, got some notoriety there, but when it comes down to it, UFC is the biggest promotion, and women are just now included in that. I was at that first fight when Ronda fought Liz, and it was such an amazing thing to be a good fight and see women fighting up there in the octagon. It was just nuts. It kind of blew my mind. It hadn't really hit me that hadn't been a possibility up until this point, So it's the next step obviously is to open up more weight divisions, have more consistent female fights.
Yeah, sticking with that, are you confident that eventually they'll open up more weight divisions? It's kind of just building one division at a time right now. I know they're really focusing on the bantamweight division, but do you see in the near future them opening up a 125 and 145 division?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fights have been received very well. I mean, everyone's been on board with it. So yeah, they'll open up other divisions. There's no way that's not going to happen.
And go back to you. Your last 3 fights have been in the Super Fight League, which is actually based out of India. Can you talk about what it's like fighting over there in India and how you got hooked up with that promotion?
My last 3 fights were actually over in Super Fight League. It was Ken Pavia I was training with Michelle Gutierrez at the time, and he called her about fighting for them, and she couldn't do it, so she just referred him to me, and I took my first fight over there on 7 days' notice. And I had to fly to San Francisco in 1 day to get my visa, because the only way I could get a visa in time, I had to do it in person. So they got me a flight on Friday to go to San Francisco, get my visa, fly back, and then a few days later I flew out to India. It was crazy. Wow. And the trip was crazy. It was so we had a flight to Delhi, which is it's like a 16-hour flight on its own. And then we get into Delhi and we have this crazy 5-hour cab drive to Chandigarh up in the northern part of India, and the driving there is nuts. It's like driving anywhere in Asia. It's absolutely crazy. You think you're going to die at any moment for 5 hours straight. But it was really interesting so when I first fought out there for them, Super Fight League was the only in the first MMA promotion in India, so the audience didn't know MMA. They know cricket and they know pro wrestling. Those are the 2 sports they're into. So I'm being interviewed for this fight. They're like, wait, you don't really hit each other, right? It's not, you're not really going to get hurt. I'm
wow.
yeah, you guys come and watch the fight. You'll see. But it's interesting to kind of see the evolution over there too, because they did a great job of promoting MMA. They had weekly shows, so the audience became much more educated. And the last fight I did over there, it was much different. There you can go talk to people watching the fight, and they know it, they get it. They have their fan favorites. They know some of the moves, so. It's definitely growing over there. It's a huge market.
So how would you say the audience is? I know the Japanese fans are known for being very quiet during the fights. While Canadian, North American fans, American fans are like very rowdy. Like how would you describe the crowd during a fight in India?
So again, there was a big change between the first fight I did over there and the third. The first time I fought over there was not a noise in the crowd, like not one. It was kind of strange. And the third time, it's not as loud as fighting in the States, but people were cheering and yelling and whatnot. So
that's cool. So you were formerly training with Syndicate MMA. What gym are you at now?
I'm at Drysdale's.
Okay, how's
that?
Is the transition been different? How's it like your experiences there?
It's been great. I mean, obviously, like the grappling, the groundwork there is outstanding. There's a lot of good people to work with. There's good coaches there, so it's a good team. I'm happy with it.
And then last question.
Had a good camp.
Oh, okay. And then last question before we let you go. The people that don't know you and people that are going to watch you for the first time, who can they expect to see in that cage this coming Saturday?
They're going to see me. They're going to see great striking, great wrestling, great grappling, and they're going to see me go out. However it happens, I'm finishing the fight.
Great stuff. All right, Colleen, I want to thank you. Again, you can see Colleen fight this Saturday in Ontario, California for Submission Promotions versus Christina Marks. Colleen, want to give a shout out to anybody before you let you go?
Sorry, say that again?
You want to give a thanks to everybody before we let you go?
Oh, yeah, my team at Drysdale's, sponsors, Noah's Apparel, Plenty Cup Grappling, Amy Bryan's, just everyone who supported me. So, and thank you for having me on the show, guys.
No problem. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. We appreciate it. Colleen Schneider, everyone.
Please visit 5roundmma.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. 5roundmma.com.